the management or whoever is handling Rema needs to fix up. Okay, they need to fix up. So the teddy bear bandit Rema is out here spilling out his feelings, just pouring out his feelings, putting it out there, giving us a Kanye type rant. Okay, this is not the first time he's done this. Okay, I think there's a lot of things involved in all of this, man. There's a lot of things all put into one, and I'm trying to, I guess, go through them bit by bit and understand them small by small. First thing I wanted to say is, there's still a huge disconnect as to many of the issues he was touching upon on this rant, and like there's a huge gap. Okay, the public doesn't know a lot of things behind closed doors, and then he's trying to put it out there, but with no context, with no background. The environment of Twitter is not the place to be airing out those kind of things that you obviously have to do more digging and do more story time, story background, and letting the public know exactly what exactly he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? And there's a huge disconnect with what we know and what he is pulling out there. That's one thing I want to say. And so obviously I'm going to be making all my I guess judgment on all of this with the little information that we do know right now, because we don't know everything, and that's a huge problem in itself. We don't know everything he's talking about. Okay, so that's one thing. So all I'm saying is just with the information that we know, that is at our expense right now, that we can reach and we can grab for. That's one thing. And there's been a lot of theories as to where all this anger and I guess pent up aggression is coming from. And one of it is the DMW theory that has been flying around. There's a DMW theory that Dremel tweeted, this teddy bear is rude. And you can see that one of the rants too that Rema was saying was that this teddy bear is not rude. This teddy bear doesn't like to laugh at your jokes or something, blah blah blah, something around those lines. All right. I think there's a bigger issue than just that Dremel and Peruzzi and Rema interaction here. I think there's a bigger issue here. I don't think the main source of all this rant is just that Dremel issue. I think there's much more in play here. I think one of the biggest things is that the management or whoever is handling Rema needs to fix up. Okay, they need to fix up. You're not doing your job well. I will say this up front. You are not doing your job well if you are the person that's supposed to be in charge, or that's not in charge, but at least present for Rema. This is even like a business one-on-one like principle. At least every employee, if I'm an employer, okay, every employee should at least feel like they're being heard. At least feel like there's some level of like trust that you have in me, not to the point where you're having issues about changing password, people are logging you out, they're deactivating your account. All that just shows bad business practice and relationship between his management and him. And there needs to be a deeper like conversation about that within their camp, within their team. Again, the Twitter atmosphere, the Twitter environment is too toxic for somebody to air out their feelings. It's the worst therapy session you can have. Do you know what I mean? It's the worst kind of environment for airing out your grievances, for getting things off your chest. And man, and it's bad that he resorted into that, because if the label heads or personnel management or anyone that's close to him does their job well, he wouldn't have to resort to Twitter, man. He wouldn't have to come here and pretty much quote unquote embarrass the team, because now the team is looking embarrassed right now. You're embarrassed. Like, I don't want to. That's the fact. Like, you're not doing your job. This is not a good look for whoever is supposed to be the liaison for Rema and the business world. The person that's meant to be his personal person. The person that's supposed to be checking up on him. So everyone should have that. Every artist, everyone, especially with so much pressure on you, especially at that young age, they should be checking. Somebody that's keeping you sane. Somebody that's like listening to you. Somebody that will make you feel heard. And for him to not find out within his team, you're leaving him nowhere else to go than outside and putting it out on Twitter. You're just pushing him out there more, because you're not taking, like, that's what it looks like. It looks like an effect of being neglected in one way or ignored in some sense, because he feels like he's there's a gag order on him that he can't say this, he can't say that. I would say this, like, to handle an artist like that, you need to do a lot more than just like holding their Twitter password. There's a lot more to do than just like being able to change your password, because psychologically you can the cost of the cost of listening to him or hearing his issues, hearing the grievances is a lot less than all this PR mess that is going on now. Okay, the cost is a lot less if you give him the atmosphere and platform that he needs to air out these things. If he feels like he's being heard, then like give him the right interviews, grant him the right interviews, long form interviews where he can like get a lot of shit off his chest in a very controlled environment. I don't know, anything, therapy sessions, anything for him to have a long conversations about all of this. Because started from this Dremel thing, he ranted into other issues, other topics. He was bringing up old shit, so you can see that he has a whole lot to talk about. And I'm sure that he has been suppressed so much by his team. He has been suppressed so much by the people around him that he feels the only place I can turn to now is Twitter. Because what else can the little guy do? What else can the guy do? What else can he actually do in order to get shit off his chest? Like, you can't blame him for that front, okay? So this management, the A&R, whoever is his liaison, people that are on with him, they need to fix up, do your job, literally be there for him to understand where he is. Do, I don't know, weekly, monthly check-ins. Like, every business person should have that with their employees, bro. Like, it is so important, because the mental stability of an employee would dictate their performances in every front of your business. So it's a huge investment, and it's a very important one to take time off to understand where your artist needs, and wants art. For you, if you don't understand all of that, man, it's just gonna be problems on top of problems, because they're gonna act out eventually. So that's the management front, okay? Now, I'm putting some responsibility on Rema himself. I get the rants. I get he has a lot of shit to get off his chest. But one thing is important. And Kanye too. That's one of my biggest issues with Kanye's rants too. Some of it is coming from a good place. Some of it is coming from, okay, yeah, he just needs to get things off of his mind. But at the end of the day, the ranting is, again, I don't know, maybe it's the environment of Twitter that just makes people rant like this. But it just puts you in a corner where you start bringing up unnecessary shit and doxing people, or bringing out other people's businesses. That part I don't rock with, okay? Him bringing out the statement about Zedikos going around his contracts in order to give him the Dumebi beats or some other beats. Now, those beats have become hits. All of that was uncalled for, man. I understand you getting shit off your chest, but that was uncalled for. Zedikos right now is running helter skelter. Like, poor guy is probably thinking, man, like, I didn't want this out there. I didn't want maybe the people that had those contractor deals, maybe it's sorted by now, but at least those people were looking a little bit like different. Like, okay, what are your business practices here? How can your producer go around you and be giving beats around? But all these other things, man, that was literally uncalled for. That was my biggest like issue out of the rants. Like, by all means, get everything off your chest. Get the stolen lapi, everything, man. Talk about it. Talk about your story. Again, this guy needs a platform, a proper controlled platform to get all these things out. You can put it out there. It's scattered. There's no context. There's no background to anything. So it's looking like a whole mess right now. But yes, air it out if you want. But at the same time, you gotta be respectful of the people that are at least on your side. Like, Ozedikos is like the very least. Like, keep the guys on your side. Keep them in a safe place. Not to regret your rant afterwards, man. That's literally the whole thing here. Because I feel like Rema just needs to find his platform, just needs to find a good way other than Twitter, man. You can't be letting him resort to Twitter. His management needs to fix up, understand where he is in terms of his wants, his needs. Listen, make him feel heard. It goes a long way if employees are feeling heard, man. It goes a long way. It creates a whole work environment that lets them thrive and lets them be in their pocket. For him to feel this agitated to the point where he has to be spazzing here and there. Now you're controlling his Twitter. You're trying to change his password. He's saying, stop changing my password. It's a whole fucking mess that can be avoided, man. Just listen to the guy. That's all. Just listen to him. That's all it is. Like, it's just gonna go a long way, man. Anyways, that's all of this that I have on Rema. So far, the information is not out there. I don't want to get into all the beef and all those things. All this DMW rants. Sure, it's the thing that sparked the rants. It's the thing that sparked all the agitation. But I don't think it's just the DMW thing that is going on here. I think there's a bigger issue here in terms of Rema's label management and the relationship that he has with them and the people around him. I think there's a bigger issue there. I think he needs more fitting and controlled settings in order to air these grievances. Give a lot more context to his stories, because his stories is I don't feel his story has been told properly. I don't think anyone knows his story well. And for him to feel like people don't know his story is a problem. All these multiple interviews he has been doing, a lot of people still don't know his story, man. People don't feel like they know him. Like, people don't know him yet. I feel like he needs that platform to do that. So his label, that team needs to fix up and know all of those things, because they need to get shit off his chest, give him the controlled, well-mannered platform to do that. All right, that's all for this video, guys. Again, if you're new to this channel, or I didn't say it before, but if you're new to this channel, my name is Emmanuel. I do a bunch of album reviews, Afropop, on my main channel. I still have fun content, but I'm gonna be uploading on this channel called palmwinepapi. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, check out the other content here. I've been your boy Emmanuel. See you guys in the next upload. Peace.